Well, welcome back. Today is day 15 of my Plein April challenge where I am painting every day for the month of April. I have been busy all day at the Watercolor Society of Oregon's spring convention, and now I am hanging out on our little deck overlooking the Deschutes River. So I'm going to do my Plein April painting here. So let's see what I create, shall we? Now this would be a beautiful spread to do full thing, but honestly I don't have the time today. In an hour I'm going to be going to the social hour for the Watercolor Society of Oregon's spring convention, and so right now I'm just trying to think what I can paint, you know, that doesn't take a lot of time, so we can still get outside and paint but still have time to do everything else. I'm just gonna looking through the bars here, just looking through the bars, seeing if I can see a composition that I can just do a small thing. I'm also using a different paintbrush today. This is a, let's see the brush. This is a 1/4-inch dagger brush by Princeton. Play around with that today as well. Okay, looking for a composition, and I'm thinking of doing a rock down there in the water. Top of the rock. Reflections. I haven't done a lot of rocks, but they are interesting, and here you can really see where the different water lines are on these rocks. So there's just a bunch of jumbled rocks down there in the Deschutes River. I am in Bend, Oregon right now, at my hotel room, on the deck, just resting after a very full day of breakout sessions. So a little bit about the Watercolor Society of Oregon and the spring convention is that it is open to every water media. So any water media. So if you do acrylics, gouache, anything that you can dilute down and use water with. So that even includes water-based oil paints, I believe. So any mixed medium that has to do with water. I'm really looking at, I'm going to do some expressive color in my painting today. Just really playing around with all the colors. Just kind of make up some colors maybe that wouldn't normally be used. Kind of doing that in yesterday's painting. Yesterday's painting feels like a week ago, honestly. It was just, yesterday was quite the day for me. You know, it started out with that fun plein air painting I did, and then my morning ended with a flat tire and being late to the board meeting for the watercolor group I'm in. But I got there eventually, and the tire got changed and fixed. So, lots of fun things going on. But that's why it seems like forever ago. Yesterday. A lot has honestly really happened. There's a lot of reflections, so like the sun, the light reflects a lot on this water, and when I was doing landscape photography, to see into the water, you really need like a polarized filter for your lens. So I know there's color under that water. I just can't see it because the light is reflecting on everything. And there's like some, let's see, there's some turbulence right here. There we go. So painting everything by 1/4 inch dagger today for this painting, because I can get some really nice big broad strokes with it, and then I can work my way to a fine point. So I feel like I can really make some quick work out of today's Plein April painting. You know, sometimes when you paint, you just really want to paint until it's about 80% done. And that keeps that nice, fresh look to a painting usually. Looking around at the different flows and eddies. More bright reflections. And this is really wet paper and paint still, so it's just really a lot of wet into wet, more or less. Some riffles right here. You can hear some laughter from across the river. There's a restaurant along with the babbling brook. I'm just adding some more titanium white to my brush and to the mixture of paint to lighten things up, because it'll probably dry a little bit darker. Okay, let's mix some color for the rocks. I hope it's focusing right. There we go. Okay, color for the rocks. The rocks are very gray looking. But that doesn't mean we have to paint gray rocks. We can do like a little purple tint. That could be fun. I'm experimenting with colors lately. I just want to play around more. So this rock up here. Now that I'm getting hang of the medium, just, you know, sometimes you gotta give yourself some time to play. Titanium white. Well, it's still pretty wet. Okay, I'm gonna work on this guy. So my Delft blue, some Payne's gray, and I'm just gonna make sure I got some paint on the brush. It wasn't quite mixing. There we go. So the really dark areas blocked in. There's some really dark areas on this rock. And then pick up some titanium white, start working that in. that along the bottom here. Here. Just trying to think of like the different planes of the rock and just really working my brush strokes so that it's with the planes of the rock. It's like this area is flat up top, so I'm just kind of keeping this like a flat plane with my brush strokes. Kind of like carving the rock in a way. Okay, what else? Add a little bit more titanium. Because there's a really white line along here. Probably some mineral deposits of the different levels of the river water. Another plane, the rock. Okay, moving on to this rock. This rock's really sun bleached, but I'm still going to keep with the blue, greens, and purple, I think. This rock is a lot lighter in color value than the water, so I'm going to really add some more titanium whites to my brush, just straight to the paper and the paint that's already on the paper. I'm doing right now. I'm just rotating my brush around to make the brush stroke that I want. A little dark along here. Okay. It's kind of like an abstract painting. Let's get my really dark. Let's get some of the ivory black, Payne's gray, Delft blue. Because this rock here, probably wait for it dries more. I'll just work on this one a little bit then. Once again, thinking of the different planes of the formation of the rock, so different areas. So more of my ivory black, really deep in the color. There's also some water sitting in the top here, but it's really dark looking. This is still pretty wet, so I'm kind of working wet onto wet. Mixing the color in. Maybe today's painting is more about the colors I'm mixing than how representational it does or doesn't look. Because it's not like my normal paintings that look representational, as in you can definitely tell what it is. This looks more abstract right now. Okay. This is a tall rock here. Gosh. What a mess. Is this the ugly phase? Definitely. Will it get better? I'm not sure. Let's find out, shall we? So, little ripples here, little riffles. Because that's where the channel is. And then there's a little channel here. Let's give that a little bit of riffles. And then top of the rocks. Very sun bleached. This one's actually pretty sun bleached too. Let's give it some more of a titanium white. Just overlaying on whatever color is there now. Let's overlap it, layer over it. And then, I actually really like that color. I'm going to mix some of that more again. So this is titanium white, helio blue, and some Payne's gray. Play around with color. Yeah, helio blue. Yep. Add more titanium white to the mix. Abstract rocks? Why, yes. Yes, they are. I'm just using my cleaned out peanut butter jar for my water today, since this is on the little deck of my hotel room. How much time? Oh, 18 minutes. Oh, wow, it's okay. So, I kind of mentioned it yesterday in my video, but to become a member of Watercolor Society of Oregon, or WSO as it's affectionately known, you need to live in Oregon, be at least 18 years or older, and apply. And it's $50 a year. You can come to the conventions. Conventions have breakout sessions taught by members. There's also options to purchase the videos if you're unable to attend to the breakout sessions. And the spring one, it's about all water medium, which I mentioned earlier. And so there's paintings that are transparent watercolors, and there's acrylic and collage and gouache, like this. This is gouache, and other things. And it's all juried. All the shows, only members can enter, and it's all juried by a very traditionally juried by a nationally known artist who teaches as well. And so, coinciding with the convention the week after, or sometimes the week before the convention, the juror will come and teach a 3 to 5 day long workshop. And they are traditionally not from around here. Sometimes we've had a juror that came from Italy. We've had a juror that comes from the East Coast, Canada. It just really varies with each convention and exhibit. Sometimes we have repeat jurors, and other times they're only coming once to do the show. So, and for members, only members can enter the show, and for members, It is free to enter the show, and once you're accepted, it's a $30 hanging fee. So I have been in WSO for about 9 years, and I really enjoy it. And they're really branching out more into more water medium. Even though it says the title is Watercolor Society of Oregon, if you work in any water medium, you can join. And it's not juried to join. So you pay your $50 dues to be an active member, and you can come to conventions. You get the email newsletter. They do a quarterly newsletter, and they do emails, let you know of shows coming up, all kinds of awesome things for WSO. I enjoy being a member. I feel like I'm still the youngest member, even after 9 years. So, we'd love for other people to come, and let's play a game and see if I'm still the youngest member or not, shall we? Because I always do that at conventions. I walk around, if I see someone younger, I introduce myself and like, am I the youngest member? And they're usually like, yes. Like, are you sure? And they're like, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. Alright, that's a little pool in the top. Make it a really dark color. Going. Really dark color up here. Some of that's still a little damp. Put my hand in it. Oops. It'll be okay though. Mix that in, make a little lighter color. Okay. There. Here. I kind of got rid of the purple. That's okay. And I'm going to make this darker behind it to make that top of the rock really come out more. I like to play around with negative and positive shapes. So I'm going to make the negative shape, so the shape surrounding the rock, darker to really make it more noticeable. Add some paint spray to that, get a little bit darker. A little darker in the shadow here too. And this shadow, a little ivory black. And then let's do some of this Delft blue. I like to vary up my color sometimes, a bit more visual interest than just one solid color. I'm not a giant fan of just like flat color, so just one wash of the same consistent color. So that's what I do to change it up a bit. Rinse my brush, get it mostly dry, and fade this out a little bit. I don't like the lines, they're too harsh. Let's go through and a little white, the blue, green, sorry. And do a little bit of a wash over that to add some more color variation. Okay, that's come along better, I'd say. Grab some of this right here. abstract shape right here. That's okay. So I just have some black on my brush. Because there's like a crack between two different rocks. And then Payne's Gray. I outlined this rock a little bit, I'm thinking. At least for some of the features on it. Okay, that's a little too dark. But I'm gonna let my brush pick up some of the really dark. I'll wipe the dark pigment or paint back onto my paper towel. And this dark. Tone this down a little bit too. And then bring back some dark. The only thing is this brush, the hairs of this brush can get really wild when it gets dry. I saw a duck. Oh, there's some ducks down there right now. Maybe I will put in a duck right here. This is dry. That's still wet a little bit. I see some ducks through the shrubbery. Can I accurately paint a duck is another question. I'm not used to painting ducks, but I shall give it a try. Let's do some burnt sienna over in the blue area. And then some Payne's Gray. Either I'm going to ruin it or make it better. Oh, come on, ducks. I want to see you better through the shrubs. You're standing on like a rock that's barely under the water. I'm just going to make it up out of mind then. I'm going to face into the painting. Oh my gosh, this duck is giant. The duck will give it some scale too. Alright, where's your tail feathers like? Okay. Sorry if this is not accurate. Oh, now they're flying away. Bye, duckies. Oh boy. What did I do? Elizabeth, what did you do? I could have called it done. I really could have. But no, I wanted to make it a little bit better. We have curly tails. Oh my gosh. I hate it. Oh, dropped my paintbrush. Can I wipe it away? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, this is kind of working. I'm using the damp area of my paper towel and wiping it away. Alright. Oh boy, let's see if I can fix this mess, shall we? So I did, was it Helio Blue, Payne's Gray, Titanium White, And so if that was watercolor, I really couldn't do this. Like, get rid of it. It'd be really hard to get rid of it. Ew, it's too muddy. Some more glue in there. Well, I tried it and I hated it even more than the current painting, so I got rid of it. Deleted it. Delete. Who would have thought I would have done that? Not I. Let's get some green in there. Some lemon yellow. Helio blue. Just get some green in there. Green with the water. Brush it in. Okay. Yuppers. Titanium white and like my blue color, and I'm going to do a little bit along here. Along here. Just titanium white on my brush. Try and have the least amount of water so that it doesn't like spill everywhere. Get some little thin lines, brush strokes. And then I'm wiping my brush on my paper towel so I can do some kind of like dry brush on this wet area. See how that looks? Kind of like that. Much better than that poor duck. That duck was not the right choice. Okay. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Okay, you need to focus. Alright. Alright, I'm going to call this done. Yes. Done indeed. Here is my little plein air. Here's my palette. And then I was looking right down there. That was my view for today's little painting. Thank you for coming along with me as I did today's little plein air painting in gouache in my sketchbook. I worked hard on making a quick little painting on a very busy day for this weekend in Bend for the Watercolor Society of Oregon's Spring Convention. And so tomorrow when I head home is when I'll be doing my plein air painting. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed watching the process, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to get notified of when my next video is live, make sure to hit that little bell. And that will get you set up to be notified when my video is live. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope this has inspired you, and I will see you in the next video.